right, my girl just texted me. I'm gonna say, I have a question. Let's say tomorrow I go missing, I've disappeared for 5 years, then all of a sudden in 2026, they find me. 1, would you have moved on with someone else? And 2, would you leave that person for me? 1.
Yes.
What? Would you have moved on?
Yes, and yes.
Nah, it's never.
Hell no, baby. I would never find somebody.
Would
you gotta
move on?
If you're gone missing, I would not move on with my life. My life would be a tragic life.
Yeah, never would I move on. I would spend all 5 years hunting.
Victoria's gonna watch this and realize she's just typing what we're saying.
Hunting you.
None of y'all said this.
Searching. Don't say hunting. That's
Brian, get off of Google and write an actual response.
I'm hunting you.
I'm hunting you. Disgusting.
She's like, even if they presumed me as dead?
What the fuck was that, Brian?
Mark, you can see him fine?
Yeah, I guess.
Mark, you want to see me? Wow.
Alright, yo, if I drop this.
I love when you do that.
Shut up, Milk.
Andrew!
Oh my god, Jay.
What is this? It's not Big Mouth, right? What is this? Jeez.
Hey, what you gonna do?
It's not funny.
What are you gonna do?
It's not fucking funny.
You know what's funny? If I asked her the same question, she'd be like, I mean, I think after like 2 years, I would move on.
Yeah, come on, bro.
And now she's asking me, what's the longest you'd wait? I said forever.
Oh.
No, just be like, I would have died already because you weren't by my side. I would have passed away.
All right, guys. So
why do women do this,
bro? Who knows?
I'm gonna say now that she's happy, I'm gonna say, baby, we're starting to record.
Now that she's happy,
I'll text
we're going
after. Okay.
We are live.
Are we live?
We are back.
Well, we're not live. You know, this isn't happening live. While you're listening to this, this is not live. This has been pre-recorded, but we are on. We are on, Eunice.
Guys.
Yes, sir.
We haven't recorded since 2020.
It's been like how long?
Brother, this guy stinks!
Yes, everyone. Happy New Year. Is it Happy New Year or Happy New Year's?
Happy New Year's.
News Year?
News Year. Not News Year.
Happy New Year.
You could say, no, but they say Happy New Year.
All right, so we're just going to go with that. Happy New Year. Happy New Year, everyone. Welcome to 2021.
Episode 95.
Episode 95 of this podcast. So, I mean, we did it, y'all. We made it. We made it past 2020. I wish everyone a very... Yes. What? Oh, why do I gotta look at the camera? I'm feeling a little, you know.
We're talking amongst each other, bro.
Don't tap me. This dude touching my shoulder, fucking it all up. You know what? You see, this is the type of shit I'm talking about. This is the type of shit that would happen in 2020, and it's still going on now in 2021.
Junior's gonna do this. Yo, what's up, guys? Today we're gonna be talking.
But I hope everyone has a blessed year, and we know we're going to be putting out a lot of content coming our way, both DC and Marvel and Star Wars. So we got
2021.
a shit ton. So 2021 in terms of pop culture is already off to a great start. We got WandaVision in 2 weeks. 2 weeks from today when this is being recorded.
Nothing.
No, it's happening. It's happening. Yeah. Imagine, like, day before, Feige's like, yeah, we're not going to do it.
Nah, that would be an L, dude.
But yeah, if you've been with us, last podcast we did a review for Wonder Woman 1984. It's been a week. A lot's happened in a week with that movie. It has gotten so many mixed reviews right now amongst the fans, amongst just general audiences that tuned in on HBO Max. Nonetheless, it succeeded. It's now at 100 million at the box office, right? Which for a movie during these times is it's pretty solid. It's a great opener.
That's really good. That's actually impressive.
Yeah.
That's just based off of the theater?
Yeah, those are just box office numbers.
That's crazy.
So according to them, according to Warner Media, they have what, like 12 million subscribers. Half of those subscribers watched on opening day, so that's Saturday on Christmas. Friday.
Friday, yeah.
I'm just forgetting the days now. But
How many people subscribed after they said that Wonder Woman would be?
I don't
on
know, but I
HBO?
think it went up like 50 to 60%.
Bro, I'm not doing that math.
So
Statistics.
And-
So if they have
again-
12 million subscribers now, that means they had about 6 million, and then it went up to 12.
no,
Wow.
it was already at 12.
And then it went
So
up to 50
It probably jumped. Right, they probably had a 50 to 60% jump from that.
from 12 million.
I don't know. I don't have. They haven't announced any particular like numbers. All they said was Wonder Woman 3 is coming out. Like they announced it the weekend of, the day after it was released. They were like Wonder Woman 3 greenlit. So it will take place in present day. We know that much.
Thank God.
And I hope Jeff Johns isn't writing. I also hope that much. But
Why? What's wrong with Jeff Johns?
oh my gosh, here we go again. But nonetheless, we're getting it. So, hey, if you enjoyed Wonder Woman 1984, I'm happy for you, and I hope, I really sincerely am excited for the third one, and hope they do what they did with the first one. That's all I
The
want.
first one,
Just do what you did with the first one, and I'm gonna be happy. But
present day, excited.
What could they do? Like, what's a prominent villain that isn't Cheetah? That's what I'm like.
Mark, any clue?
Let me look it up. I don't know any Wonder Woman like.
Mark
villains.
is like, bro, I don't know.
Like, does she have her own like reverse Flash, like a reverse Wonder Woman or something?
She just needs to fight the
yeah,
Greek
I'm
gods.
sure. I'm sure she. Yeah, she needs to fight someone at her level.
Yeah, she needs to fight someone that you know
Doctor Psycho.
doesn't need
Well,
a
maybe
wish.
maybe it's not someone that we associate. Maybe they throw a villain that we don't expect. You know, someone we don't associate with Wonder Woman. Like
Look at Mark being coy, telling us what's coming.
Yo, Wonder Woman and Joker.
All right, relax.
Dude, that was hilarious.
Yo, imagine Jared Leto just pops up in the third one, like, and then
Yo, she's gonna snuff him, and that's it.
that's the movie.
Nah, but he's a Joker.
He'll find a way.
Nah, he's Jared
But
Leto.
Speaking of things that are coming, oh my God. Speaking of things that are coming,
Oh
That's
my
you said.
God, Eunice, really?
Zack Snyder's Justice League. Zack Snyder's Justice League is the next DC property that's coming out. So, peep the shirt.
Oh, I'm so
Fucking
hyped.
release the
shirt.
Snyder cut, am I
Yes,
right?
sir. Yes,
No,
sir.
there's a new hashtag, guys.
Restore the Snyderverse.
Yeah, restore the Snyderverse.
So, kind of bouncing on the Wonder Woman, right? Do you guys think that if Zack Snyder's Justice League, because I think it's going to do even more numbers than
Oh yeah.
Wonder Woman. Because
100%.
this has been in anticipation for over 2 years.
No, but thing is, how would it compare to the series? And that's a movie. Because like tuning in.
Just viewership by the week.
Yeah, I think the first episode get the most views.
Also,
Like,
all the
right.
kids that want to watch, all the kids that wanted to watch Wonder Woman 84 on Christmas Day, like that was kind of why they probably got such high views and stuff. Like Justice League is probably gonna come out on a random day in March, and it's mostly gonna be like hardcore fans like us.
So you don't think it will do like Wonder Woman numbers?
I don't know. I'm just saying, like
That's a valid point though. It's like Christmas, everyone's home with the kids, so that is a good point. I know, right? Hardcore Snyder fans and DC fans are gonna tune in, but honestly, I think a lot of haters are gonna tune in too and help it. Because they just want to hate on it, so
People
they're gonna
hate watch.
They're gonna be like, "Oh, it's on HBO Max, so I could just tune in." So
Yeah,
I can do
and
that.
they can just do it right after work and whatever.
Yeah.
Like if it does drop in the middle of the week, you know, like on
Which
a Wednesday or some
I hope
shit.
it doesn't. A lot of people are like, "Oh yeah, Eunice is fake news," because he was like, "Yeah, March 25th," when Zach didn't confirm it.
March 25.
So don't go to his page. He's fake news. But
That's not gonna age well.
Oh, wait. Hold on.
Oh, he's gonna violate us.
Is this a bet? Is this a bet? You
I'm scared to do shit with him, bro, because he just gets things right, like for no reason.
that is true.
He just has like inside news. He doesn't share with us. We haven't unlocked his full potential yet.
We just have to like tie him down. Be like, tell us what you fucking know.
Tell us right now.
That light is flickering.
Oh my God, it's so scary.
Yo, chill.
Muffle.
So how confident are you that it's coming out on the 25th?
Come on, Eunice, please.
On a Thursday. It's coming out on a Thursday.
Yeah.
Why wouldn't
26th then. Maybe Fridays.
I could see it releasing on like the 26th at like 10
Same.
p.m. and
or just do like how Disney Plus is
pushed
doing.
into the 26th.
Right.
Or
Do you think
Sundays.
it's gonna be like a confirmed like date and time, like every Friday, 8 p.m.
It should just be a movie and drop.
You know how The Boys did it on Amazon? Like, you know where how it kept dropping like a little earlier?
Yeah, 11:30 the night before. And
Like,
shit.
right. It was weird like that. Like,
It would be like
I don't-
8:30. The Boys is on. It's like, oh, so you drop Thursday nights.
Yeah.
I wouldn't doubt if they did something similar to that. Like, where it's like I just said, like 10 p.m. Thursday it drops, or like fucking whatever time it drops on Thursday night, and
Well,
then Friday you go.
We'll
like,
see.
People are gonna watch that.
We got about a little over 2 months until then.
Wow,
So
that's right down the
I
the
can't
block,
believe
my
it,
guy.
dude. I cannot believe it. Like
It's dropping in March for sure, right?
for sure, like for sure in March.
Yes.
I don't see why they would do the 26th. Like if like let's say it's not a Thursday because they don't want to do a Thursday. So why do one day after? What's the point of that anymore? If you're just gonna pick a random day, then it could be any
Because it's not
Friday.
a random day. It's the same day as when BVS dropped.
Well, the same day as the 25th, not the 26th.
Yeah.
But like to have that opening weekend kind of feel. Because, it dropped the 25th, yeah, but obviously opening weekend is like
Yeah,
everyone goes
Brian.
opening weekend.
I don't know. I'm just saying, like, if they're not gonna do the 25th, then it could just
He's
be
like,
any.
just drop it March 1st. Stop being buns.
Is that a Friday? Or like a Saturday, a Sunday? I hope they drop Fridays.
Yeah.
March 5th is the first Friday.
March 5th.
Isn't March 5th?
Isn't it March 5 for you?
God.
Zach's
okay.
birthday is around that line too.
Yo, if he drops it on his birthday, that is such
Savage.
a power move.
March 1st.
Oh.
The fact that you know that is like crazy.
Yeah, I don't even know my favorite
And
director's
his,
birthday.
and his middle name is Edward.
Dude, you can't tell. You
Stalker
can't
Snyder.
expose him like that.
Okay.
Edward Snyder.
Yo, bleep that out. Don't.
Oh, Zachary Snyder.
Yeah, there you go. Can't let people know.
What people know is that when we hang out with him, I'm gonna call him Edward. I'm like, yo, what's good, my guy?
It was
Edward?
good. Eddie.
Eddie.
Yo, I need my Eddies, bro.
Yo,
Oh,
bro,
God.
I'm gonna get you some Eddies, all right?
What does
I'm
that
a little
mean?
slow.
I'm a little young. I don't know what that
I'm a
means.
little bit, things are moving kind of slow. I've been,
It's some cyberpunk.
I'm in between
Money.
fixers right now.
Yo, speaking of moving slow, Tenet, bro. I need that shit to slow the fuck down because.
Wow, what a transition! God damn.
He's like, all right,
He's like, shut up, bro. I want to
Jeez.
talk about Tenet.
Yo.
Damn, that was.
So if y'all didn't know, today's podcast is going to be about Tenet. We finally all got to watch it. Eunice saw it twice.
So
The first time
once in
around,
theaters.
The first time around, I remember you hyped it up.
Yeah, I was so hyped.
You do that a lot though. After you watch something.
I can understand it because it's like Justice League. When I watched it, I was like, oh, it wasn't that bad. Like, it's not what I
No,
wanted.
but I'm so much worse. Like, I fully thought Justice League was the best movie ever to come out when I first saw it.
oh my god.
It was pretty bad, yeah.
Jeez.
Pretty bad.
No, but that's fair because remember for Venom, we all looked at each other like, yeah, like that wasn't that bad.
No, and then like 2 hours passed. Like, we're eating B-dubs. Like, yo, actually, that shit was ass.
sucked.
But it's interesting that you bring that up in terms of having that sort of coming off the high of watching a
Right,
film.
because you're excited to watch it. Like you
Yeah.
watch it, you think you liked it.
You just spent money on it, so like you kind of like want to feel good about spending that
No,
money.
I liked it. I swear, I
Oh,
liked
it was
it.
good. It was
the
worth
best.
$25. Yeah.
Yeah. Now the best to me is when you watch those movies that you watch in theaters for the first time, and you're like, and then you watch it a second time, you're like, oh, that shit was kind of heat. Like I fucked with
That's
that
how
shit.
that's how I felt about I think Aquaman.
I was like that
a
about
little bit.
BVS.
Not heat, but I was just like, all right, it wasn't as bad as I thought before.
Okay, look at you
But
maturing.
I've said this before.
Look at you maturing.
I've never heard you say that.
I've never heard you say that ever
is
in my
hate.
life.
All I hear is hate.
What? No, I've
What?
said that.
All right, so
What?
write it down. Write it down.
What
Write
was-
it down every time.
What was all of your
So you have a
viewings on
record.
BVS like when it first came out of theaters?
Amazing.
Really?
Oh, yeah, amazing.
Really?
Like, amazing. And
I
then
didn't
the
know how to feel.
the extended
because
cut came
it was
out,
a
and
lot.
I was like that too.
I was like,
Very
I
different.
was like, did I like it? And then when the extended cut came out, and that was my second
That's
viewing,
what-
that's when I was like, oh, this shit was heat.
Yeah.
I was like, this shit was
that's what-
so
I knew
good.
I really liked it, and then when the Ultimate Edition came out, I was like, this is the best.
Yeah.
That's it.
Mark's like,
This is the best.
I didn't think I could like it more
Nice.
until I watched the extended cut. And I was like, holy shit.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Because I kept watching the original.
I knew
cut
I was
when-
gonna like it better too because Snyder did the same thing with Watchmen. The theatrical cut and the director's cut
Right.
are. It's just.
I don't
so
know
heavy.
if
I heard the
watched-
extent. I don't think I've watched the extended.
There's
cut yet,
actually
which is
3 different cuts of
crazy.
Watchmen. There's
How
the
long is it?
theatrical-
3 hours and
Yeah.
what?
Well, it's 3 hours and 6 minutes. The director's cut, and then there's the ultimate cut, which is 3 hours and 40 something minutes, which has the Tales of the Black Freighter.
Yo, you know what's mad
weaved
funny?
in. What?
We was about to go into Tenet. All of a sudden, whoop, back to Snyder.
It's that dumb shirt.
Good try, Junior. Did not work out.
No, but let's inverse and go back to Tenet.
Invert.
That's what we've been doing.
Invert.
Inverse.
Inverse.
Wow.
Whatever.
Wow,
So,
bro. Yo,
so
Lee.
basically today is going to be battle. Like it's going to be a 3-way battle. It's going to be Andy, Dwight, and Michael Scott. But
Yo,
no,
Louis, take a
between-
picture.
You gotta keep.
Yo.
Okay, he's
Can
not
you
taking a
hear us?
picture. No.
This is
He wasn't
embarrassing.
even looking at us.
Like Louis, take a picture.
Take a picture of
Look,
us real quick before we
Do it. For those listening to the audio, we're taking a picture of us
It could be with your phone, dude.
doing
It's
the
fine.
Office
Look at-
gun
look at
pointing.
Mark.
Yeah.
Look at Mark.
And if you don't watch The Office, well, you're too late. It's off Netflix.
Oh, so
God, but I don't know if I should.
No, don't worry. We'll Photoshop him in.
Yeah, I'm so sorry for those listening right now. I have no
They're like,
idea.
what the fuck? Watch the audio. I mean, watch the
Yeah,
video.
watch the audio.
Technically, watch the audio. But okay, we were taking a Dwight, Andy, and Michael Scott picture.
Of the Mexican standoff.
The Mexican standoff. I just watched that episode too. And like I said, y'all, it's on Peacock now. You could get the first 2 seasons free, but then you got to pay that $5 premium for the rest.
Is there ads within the episode?
Not the premium though. I mean, I don't know about the free. I believe I don't know because I've only done it for movies, so I don't know about shows how they do it. But all I know is the
Tenet?
best film of 2020 was Tenet.
What other movies came out? I can't remember.
Yeah, to be honest, I just threw that up in the air, and I was like, I hope it sticks because
bro.
I've only watched like 3 movies this year.
By the
if we're
way,
being
that
honest.
was on net, my guy.
Oh yeah,
That was on net.
So, this is where I got the idea for the Mexican standoff because you've seen it twice, right? Already.
Yeah, I was
You've
working
seen
on
it
3.
twice, and Mark, you've seen it twice, right?
Yep.
So it's like y'all about to cook
Yeah.
because I've only seen it once, and there's still things that I don't.
Shit. All right.
Oh no, you've seen it twice too, so it's a 4-way.
Hey,
It's a 4-way battle.
I hope so.
I hope so.
Oh my god.
So guys, we're gonna be talking about Christopher Nolan's
I hope so.
Tenet.
yeah, that was good, Mark.
Yo.
Yo, Chris, I'm sorry for laughing while we're introducing your film. Sorry.
Yeah, he's
Yeah,
watching.
that is
Christopher
so
Nolan's
disrespectful.
watching.
He's out
Nolan
here.
actually texted me. He says he watches all of ours.
That's dope. That's dope. I fuck with him. You know, he's a good
Amateurs.
director and all that.
Tenet.
He's
So
alright.
Nolan only drops every couple of years, right?
Yeah, every 3 to 4
years.
Well, it might not drop for the next couple because of his WB.
Right, that is so true. So he's having a falling off with Warner Brothers because they are releasing all of their film slate for 2021 on HBO Max, and he's like, "This is killing cinemas," and they're just like, "Chris, we're so sorry, but you know that's how business is being done right now."
I don't even think it's well. No, that definitely has to do with it, but I think a lot of it has to do with how they never notified him prior to that announcement.
No, but like he has nothing to do with it.
That's the.
It's his movie. I think he
Yeah.
should.
No,
What are you
no,
saying?
No, Tenet wasn't a part of the free.
Tenet dropped in theaters. You saw it in theaters.
And then you had to pay for it after for
It's still not on
digital.
streaming.
Yeah.
Yes.
And
It's
he
still
didn't have
on.
a movie coming out next year anyway.
He's just upset about the whole idea.
No, my bad. I was talking about Dennis. My bad. I'm talking about Dennis with Dune.
Oh, you're talking about Denis
Dennis.
Villeneuve.
Denis Villeneuve.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
No, we're talking about Tenet, not Dennis.
No, I'm generally because he was generally mad that Dune is like not releasing in theaters.
I
But
think,
it, but it
Dune-
is.
Yeah.
It is releasing.
I know,
in
but like
theaters.
how it's also releasing on that.
But either way, it would have lost money. So, I mean, I don't know. We can have a whole separate podcast on
about
on that
that, yeah.
situation, and maybe we should. It's a great topic to have right
It's
now.
a great topic.
But right now, we're talking about Chris Nolan and
Call him by his
Tenet,
full name.
Christopher Nolan.
No.
No, you call him Chris, bro.
Bro, what's his middle name? What's his middle name?
Edward.
It's let's see.
I hope so.
Yo, if it's Edward, bro, then they're the
They should
goats.
make a movie to make.
It is.
Stop.
Get out of here.
Oh,
Christopher Edward Nolan and
You gotta be kidding me! What?
Christopher Edward
Nolan.
Nolan.
And Zachary Edward
Edward
Snyder.
Snyder.
That's wild.
Cousins. That's it.
So goats.
That's crazy.
So I guess all goats have Edward as their middle names. That's the
My
thing.
Eddies, bro. Damn.
My Eddies.
My middle name is Sam.
When was he born? July. What a bitch.
That's absolutely insane.
Dude, that's
wild.
actually
Fuck.
sick.
I can't believe that
Yeah,
actually.
that's gonna be a clip. Post that shit on
That's
Instagram.
gotta be a clip. 100.
That's
100%.
crazy. What the fuck?
What are the fucking odds?
Wow.
I'm in like.
That is crazy.
How do I always get the weirdest things correct? That's what I'm
You
trying to
said that?
figure out. Yeah.
Bro, get
All right,
this man out of here.
Eunice, yeah, come on.
Yo, you just
All right, guys.
Eunice,
Do you think
what
all
do you
DC
wish for?
He's like,
He's inverted.
Summer 2021.
Oh,
He's
word.
inverted.
Everything's going back to normal.
So you went
so
to the
when he went to
future
go pick
already.
up the food.
Because
So
Peabody
let's break it
came back.
down.
Peabody came back. His mask was upside down.
Oh no. Oh no.
You know the vibes.
You know the vibes.
What's
So,
Eunice backwards?
Sinew.
Sinew.
Sinoy.
Sonoy.
Sonoy.
That's a name.
Minoy, Sinoy.
So guys, Tenet backwards is Tenet. So
Word.
directed and written.
It's a
So is
Palette.
race car.
Whoa. Nah, I knew that
So
one.
is Hannah.
We're never gonna get to this movie, are we? You
I'm
what-
trying
you
to
know what we're
avoid
doing?
it because
we're
I-
deflecting. We're deflecting.
We're gonna go on for
Stop
hours.
it. Stop
All right,
it.
all right, all right. Let's do it. Let's do it.
We can do this.
We're locking in.
All right, can we
We're
do
lock-
something real quick?
Let's
What's
do
up?
it.
Go around in a circle. All right, throw down in a circle. Give your rankings real quick out of 10. Ready? Go.
10.
Go.
9.
Go.
7.
Me 9. Mark.
8.5.
Boo. He's always the one.
I'm the one that gave a
hold on,
7.
hold
Wait,
on.
for Ariel to
Time
give it a
out.
10?
Time out. Time out. You
Let
gave it
me
a
know when
7,
Christopher
but you
Nolan
didn't like
misses.
it?
I never said I didn't like it. I just don't think it's a
Yeah, you
10 out of
did.
10.
Yeah, you did.
I saw a screenshot of a DM where you definitely said you didn't like it.
Yeah. Yep.
Mm,
Who's the one? Who's the person that said?
red-handed.
Oh,
That's
Tony
not,
Starr.
That's no. We're not gonna mention that one. We're not gonna mention that DM.
Oh no. Pause that.
Yeah, Eunice is cool with Tony. Nothing crazy.
Flex.
All right, so. All right, yeah, I guess that's it. We're done.
All right.
Yeah, but also Eunice, I think
see
you
you.
should.
What?
I just caught on to what he was saying. That's it. But
Wait,
Eunice.
Second
what?
question.
What's up?
What was your craziest? Like, let's just dive into it, right? Can we?
That's what I've been trying to do.
What is your most like? What are your biggest questions on the movie that like you're confused about still?
Okay, all right.
Shit,
So we
I
could
don't-
collect the questions and then we
I
could.
don't even have like, I can't even like think.
All right, because I know mine. I don't want to get into it yet, but Junior, what's yours? You start.
I don't know yet.
Yeah,
I
like
don't
Mark?
know yet. I should have been prepared, but I knew I could never be prepared for this.
I guess one question that I have, I don't know if it's the biggest, but it's just one that kind of just popped into my head right now was, you know, when they're explaining everything with the bullet, you know, in the beginning, like right when he joins the whatever, Tenet, Afterlife, whatever.
Mm-hmm.
And
Tenet Afterlife.
she's explaining the bullet, how it's inverted, and she's like moving it on the table.
Yeah.
Like,
Ooh.
and then he doesn't touch he like goes like this,
Wait,
and then
Mark,
it doesn't
wait,
go in.
wait,
He goes
Mark.
like,
Rewind.
Mark, literally, can
What?
you invert
What?
real quick
Invert.
because you glitched
happened?
crazy.
Just just say it again. The bullet. What about it?
okay, the bullet. When like he didn't touch the bullet, but then like it like when he put his hand like this, nothing happened, and then she said you have to like
I got this. Can I answer this?
I don't know, like he just went like this.
Wait, hold on,
Yeah,
let him
go
finish. Oh, you're confused as to why.
I know what you're asking.
Why?
Like he didn't touch it, so like what the fuck? Like I was just like I still am trying to figure it out. I've tried to not watch as many videos to see if I can like get it in my head, but I'm an idiot.
So what it is time is not like linear. So like the bullet is inverted. So he has to have dropped it in order for it to react the way it did. So let's say nothing happened.
So he acted like he dropped it.
So he acted like he
Like
dropped it.
like so he just went like that.
Yeah, he acted like he dropped it. He did that action. It happened. So then the
Okay,
bullet
I got it.
inverted into his
It's
hand.
like a reverse cause and effect. I get it now. Okay,
So you,
gotcha,
and you saw
gotcha,
when the
gotcha.
bullet, when she did it, the bullet was following her finger, and then it started spinning out of
Right.
nowhere. And when it stopped spinning, she did a little flick. So she did it backwards.
Yeah.
Like, but that's just her. Like,
Got it.
Yeah, it's like weird.
Whatever, everything that's happened has happened
Dude,
already.
if the
Yeah,
world
exactly. It happened. So like,
if the world was inverted, dude, like I would die in a heartbeat. Like I would just be like if one day you just woke up and everything was just backwards.
I'm ready for it.
yeah, but what she was saying is you can't like try thinking about it. It won't make sense. It's like,
Imagine,
just-
imagine.
Oh my God!
That
What
is
the hell?
fire. That is fire.
How did you get that? Where did this dude get this?
So
No,
Ariel for the audience that is listening, he is wearing a Tenet mask.
That is exactly the one from the movie.
That's what I'm calling it now. A Tenet
Alright.
mask.
It's an oxygen mask.
Okay, so like, okay,
Tenet
imagine
mask.
everything. Like, what would sex be like inverted?
You wouldn't even know what it is
that was his
normally.
question. That was his question about the movie.
Oh, Jesus Christ.
It's a great question.
I just have like, no, I'm not gonna do it if I have the intent of doing it.
What?
Yo,
someone get into an edible?
imagine like your nut just going back into your dick.
Oh, stop.
What the fuck?
Just no. No.
I'm
Just-
leaving.
You're walking backwards.
Oh my god, dude. Y'all are mad funny.
Mom and Dad, if you're watching, I'm very sorry.
I'm surprised he said that dumb shit. That's something I would say.
It's a question. I was very
God.
You
curious.
had to apologize to the parentals. Good
To my
man.
mom, not to anybody else. I don't care. My mom and dad if they watch it. No, but okay, a genuine question.
About to lose your
This
job
is a
at
very,
bro.
this is a very like probably cliche question because I'm pretty sure it was like the biggest like up in the air thing in the movie. Is Robert Pattinson's character the son?
There's no confirmation on that, right?
No.
It's all just
but
clues.
No.
It's all just concepts,
but
clues,
it's-
and theories.
It's all just Alfred looking at Bruce and us just having to be like, okay, I guess they're okay.
But the key hints that led towards it is one, the hair.
Mm-hmm.
Two,
yeah, Robert
what
Pattinson
Junior
did
said
specifically dye his hair for this movie.
for the movie, right? Two, the date. Robert Pattinson remembered the date of when,
yeah, everything.
of when they
what's
were
her
in
name
Vietnam,
forgot.
right? So like, and then even the protagonist was like, "How in the hell would you know that?" And then he avoided answering.
Yeah.
He didn't answer, and it kind of just went to.
He always knows way more than what he's letting on.
Yeah, and then the kid's name is Max, so Maximilian. The last four letters backwards
Is Neil.
Is Neil. So Leon, Neil.
Yo, what is Christopher Nolan on when he's like writing
Acid,
this?
absolute
He's just like,
acid.
he's just like, oh
He's on
my
inverted.
God.
He's on inverted weed.
He does like private podcasts
what did you
with Joe
say?
Rogan, and then like thinks about these fucking.
No, he
crazy.
just does like private podcasts with himself. It's just no, it's him and his brother.
And
It's him
Jonathan.
and Johnny. And
Oh,
he's like, Johnny, I got it.
I
He's
got
like,
it.
I got it, dude.
His brother's name is Johnny.
Jonathan.
Jonathan Nolan. He
Yo.
actually wrote my favorite TV show, Person of Interest.
This is
Oh, really?
coffee flavor.
Yeah.
So, oh, nice. That looks mad
my
good.
That's a
God.
show I most definitely recommend. My favorite show of all time, Person of Interest. Jonathan Nolan wrote it.
I can
And
totally survive in this.
Yo, but yeah, Cat. So
100,
that
sir.
Neil was Cat's son. Yeah,
and
played
also
by
his
Elizabeth
reaction to her
Debicki.
getting shot. He was really worried about her.
Was he?
Nah.
He was concerned about. There was some concern about her.
I wouldn't say to the point that would give away like, oh, okay, he's definitely her son though. You know?
Yeah.
Like he was just like, because at the end of the day, he was like, nah, it's gonna be all right.
Because
I'm still here.
everything that's
Yeah.
happened has happened. Yeah.
So yeah, that was
What-
that was another theory that I was sort of just like, that kind of makes sense, and I'm glad they kind of showed that to the audience.
Yeah.
Where it's like, we understand it that everything is gonna work out at the end because they're all still living. So it's like,
Yeah.
I mean, that's how I saw it. I'm like, okay, I know everything's gonna be okay.
Yeah.
I have a quick question.
What's up, Mark?
What did you guys think of the villain?
Seder?
Yeah, Sater.
Oh,
Forgot
here
about
we go.
He's the
Here
reason
we
why
go.
it's not a 10 out of 10 for me.
What?
Why?
He was
Thank you.
He was a little
That's-
too like extra, like a little too much out of
Yeah.
nowhere. There was no like. He's just a straight up like.
very cliche
I wasn't.
in
Yeah,
terms of
he felt like
character.
he felt like a
Because if
mustache
no one
twirling.
can have you,
Yeah,
I'm
I'm destroying.
If I can't have you, no one can have you.
world.
Like,
Like-
what? Yeah, and he's over here like putting together a fucking crazy ass like a device that will end
I
the
was
world,
just like,
Yeah, but I feel
okay.
like
and he doesn't care.
Yeah.
that's what true narcissism and power is.
I agree. That's why it's still a 9 out of 10. I just think they should have built on him a little better. He just kind of came out of nowhere and like super
Yeah.
extreme.
He fell
You
a
know.
little flat for me.
I wouldn't say
Gotcha.
like flat, but I see where you're coming from.
I mean, there was moments where I was genuinely
he was-
like scared for Kat, and I was just like, please don't
Yeah,
touch her.
there was.
Please do
yes,
not
there
hurt
were.
her.
He did a great acting job. Like, but it's more so about my gripe. More so is with just like his building.
I also kind of want to hear. I know we're like diving into it, but I also want to hear specifically Eunice's take because he saw it first.
Right.
So I think every issue that he had with it, watching it the second time, I think we could really
No,
circle around.
not the second time.
No, I'm saying because you saw it first, so you already had your first impressions. We're all gonna hear that about us, but I'm just saying it's gonna be kind of interesting because you saw it first, but you also liked it like the least out of all of us.
So my one simple question, which I hope you guys can answer: why is getting shot with an inverted bullet that much worse than getting shot with a regular bullet?
Go
Is it because
ahead.
of radiation?
Why did she have to? Is it because of radiation?
No,
Yeah,
it
because
would
the
be-
bullets. She said in the beginning the bullets were they think their working theory is that the reason why they're doing this is because some kind of nuclear fission that happened with these things.
Right. That's why they wear
And,
like the lead laced gloves to hold it.
Right. Exactly.
Oh, so
Right.
so for her to heal, she had to go into the inverted side, so that
Yeah.
it's not new. That it's not I guess radioactive.
So it yes. Apparently that takes the radioactive out of it somehow. I don't because you're taking something that is inverted and
like you're
reverting
going
it using that machine.
right. I got you.
Yo, y'all fucking spitting right now, bro. I'm like, I just learned so much.
No,
Like, that's some-
that
that's some
makes
shit-
so much. I'm so glad.
But it's
like,
also on a physical sense as well because remember, an inverted bullet hasn't gone through you yet. So when it's
Oh
coming through
my
you, so
God.
you feel that even more. That's why she
Yo,
screams so loud.
imagine you just chilling
And
like a
then I don't know
couch.
where. That's crazy. That's crazy.
Yo, that's so true though.
Yeah,
That's so true.
That's why it hurts even more because remember it's off of link. Especially
yeah, but
imagine
if it's
you
a through and through, like if it's like I
straight
shoot
through.
my arm and then like it inverts and it comes right through my arm. Physically,
Yeah,
Isn't
there's
it
still
basically
nuclear
hitting you
radiation
twice,
inside
or
your
if
body.
anything? Is that why too?
no, it's. I think it's just simply because of what Mark said. It's
yeah
just
because of the
it's-
nuclear fission and
Or-
it has inverted entropy. So entropy is the exchange of energy in an object.
Or
Doesn't that matter? Does that not matter?
Like, you about to say something stupid.
or
That didn't
Nolan,
sound too confident, Ariel.
or Nolan was just like, it just sounds fucking cooler. So I'm just throwing this in there. No, but that's the thing about Nolan. He doesn't just do shit like
Nah,
that.
he doesn't.
He knows exactly what he's doing.
I think Mark nailed that. I think that's
that's why I didn't say anything.
All right, so
Yo, he was cooking.
Yeah.
Anyone else?
I'm
About the inverted bullet?
Yeah. Any questions?
No questions.
Yeah.
I think
I have another question for you guys.
Yeah. Come on, Mark.
When did you guys have any thought that maybe the girl jumping off the boat at the end was in fact Cat?
Only when they got close to it.
It's
Yeah.
crazy because I had no idea, so I was like, and like the 3 friends that I went to watch it with were like, "How didn't you catch that?" And I'm
They were
just
like, they were
"What?"
basically like, "Yo, you are
Yeah.
stupid."
No, one of the
first time I watched
they
it,
literally told each other like, "Watch, you see that scene? Watch Eunice at the end go crazy when he realizes." And I literally turned around. I'm like, "Yo!" And they're like, "Bro,
I thought
look,
that was
I
a
called
cool
it."
reveal because of the reason in which it happened.
Yeah.
That's what. But that's Nolan too.
When did you realize it though? Because I had no idea until
when
it
it got
literally
close
happened.
to it.
When
like
they got close to that part,
Really?
yeah.
Yeah.
When she found out, oh, I need to get off the boat now.
I think
Yeah.
I probably would have, but I had like totally forgot about like the beginning. And then when I saw it, I was like, "Oh fuck, that was pretty cool."
Yo, that
I
shit
realized
was heat.
it probably like right after you know how she's telling the story and she has a flashback and you just see a person just like really quickly hitting the water, like first telling the story about how she saw some other woman like leave the boat, but right after that she's like, "Oh, I imagined like what would it be like if I was that person jumping off the boat," and I was
Right.
like.
No, I think
I was
that,
like,
I think if I
It's
paid
gonna be her.
attention,
She said she was
somehow,
jealous.
some way,
She was jealous of her.
somehow, some way, it's gonna somehow involve her probably being that.
yeah. So the
like,
thing
person.
is, like, I think if I paid more attention, because I was watching that scene and they were talking so much that like, I was kind of like, I kind of like zoned out for a little bit and I didn't
Yo, you
realize.
hate dialogue.
Nah, it's not that. When I watched it the second time, I paid attention to really understand like why does he have such a hold on her? Why does Sater have such a hold on Kat? Why is this painting such a big deal? What are they called? Like the
It's called the Goya.
The Goya.
The Goya painting.
right? And then like the what's the
Spanish
guy's
people
name?
can never
Arepo.
forget.
Like you know,
Arepo.
it took me the second time to
Arepo,
watch
yeah.
it to understand that whole when they were eating dinner that they weren't really eating. Like you know what I mean?
Right.
When I watched it the second time, I was like, oh okay, like I can see like why a lot of people knew that was her.
Yeah.
Like, it was kind of on the nose.
Oh, don't do it. Oh, he did it.
Yeah.
Oh, my. But bouncing back off that, like one of the things I did catch was when they were fighting the supposedly, 2 guys, Neil was chasing
the inverted
one.
and the regular guy.
I said it right away.
Yeah, same.
I
Like
was
when
like-
he took his mask off and then he just looked at him, I was like, okay, it's either Neil or it's the protagonist.
But that was also
Yeah.
a really cool scene because I have never seen a choreographed fight in reverse,
that shit was hot.
shot like that.
Yeah,
and
that
then
shit was lit.
And then the score too. I was just it's also in
Stop.
reverse.
Hold on, stop.
What's up?
The score, bro,
Insane.
shitting me,
Ludwig
phenomenal.
Göransson,
It
who
was.
did Mandalorian, who did Black Panther,
He's
who
great.
also did Tenet, and he actually filled in for Hans Zimmer because Hans Zimmer was doing the score for Dune.
Wow.
So we could have gotten Hans doing this.
That's
but
literally baby Hans right there. That's crazy.
he's like futuristic Hans.
I
He's
fuck
Hans.
with that.
He's
Yeah,
Hans
I
with
fuck
beat
with that.
drops.
He's
the
he's
who's the
inverted
guy?
Hans.
Because I know
He's inverted Hans.
I'm funny.
Oh
Nah, hit him with the old brother.
no, nah,
Got a
because
2-in-1.
I know that what's his name that did the score for Game of Thrones?
Ramin Djawadi.
Yeah, he was literally Hans Zimmer's student.
Motherfuckers just know names for no damn reason.
Wow.
Why do you
Damn.
know this shit, bro?
I know.
You.
I listened to the score.
What the fuck? I do this shit, nigga. What you think?
No, but like I know that he was taught by Hans Zimmer.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh, so he was like his
Oh, so he's like a
pupil?
Padawan.
His protege.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's cool.
So that's cool.
Well, that also explains again the.
I can picture Hans
He's a
like,
squire.
you were the chosen one.
Yeah, higher ground.
Star Wars joke.
Yeah.
Oh,
Whatever.
Oh my
Nah, he has no
God.
idea though. He has
Nah,
no
that's
idea.
Nah, it doesn't matter. That shit don't matter.
I genuinely don't know what
Yeah,
the
it's
fuck.
fine.
Okay.
We
Yeah,
didn't
no
spoil
idea
it.
I'm
what we
just like,
did.
oh.
To him, it was just like, that's all he heard. Right?
What the fuck was that?
Whatever. Still Stormtrooper voice for me.
No, stop. No, but I'll transition to my thoughts for the movie because I feel like we're in dire need of a transition. I saw the movie twice. The first one I saw it in theaters. The second one I saw it with like my friend, and he was zoned out, and it was like I was on like my phone. I didn't focus on it the second time.
That's bad.
Yeah. What is it called?
All right, you know,
Like you can't
I
tell
saw
me.
it the first time, and I still have questions. Relax.
I paid attention
Stormtrooper
more
his-
during the
that's it.
second time.
Stormtrooper his
yeah,
voice.
that's crazy, dude.
This man, how you gonna be like? How you gonna be like? How you do this, right? You go to the movies, you watch it. You watch the movie in theaters. You're like, okay. Couple months pass. You're like, huh? Did I really like that movie? Let me watch it a second time.
Not pay attention.
And not pay attention to determine whether you like it or not.
I'll
Eunice,
watch it
that is
again,
embarrassing.
but- all right. No, this is a genuine because like there were so many questions that I had within the movie that I can't even like remember because of like how much shit. But like I remember my main question being, okay, the concept of this movie is everything that's happened.
That's it.
And in the movie, they talk about how the future has went to shit.
Yeah, because of a climate crisis.
So if everything that happened
But
has
they don't
already
believe
happened,
that. They don't believe that. The people in the future believe that if they destroy the past, it will impact the environment that they live in there. The grandfather paradox, which is what they talk about. The people in the present, like the protagonists and them, they know, and like Neil, because he studied entropy, he knows that that doesn't matter. That everything that's happened. So the future, destroying the past will not save the future.
Dummies. You big dum-dums.
That's why everything that's happened, but the people in the
Bars.
future don't know that. They
Bars.
Wow.
They're gambling. Essentially.
Are you enlightened now? Or are you?
Yes.
You're not the only one cursed with knowledge.
I mean,
was
okay,
heat,
no,
bro. He was
that and
spitting
that
fire.
actually.
Brian is literally saying everything that I would say. So there's really nothing else
So
to touch
can we
on
talk about the low key? We could call her a villain, right? Priya, was that her name?
Priya.
Excuse me.
I wouldn't say
I don't
she's a
think,
villain.
no, she worked for.
Antagonist
Tenet.
type.
She's a Tenet operative.
She
She
is
was-
part of
she was
Tenet.
just
Yeah.
after her own shit, but I mean, she's not like a. I wouldn't categorize her as evil per se.
She's not a
Or
villain.
Okay,
she's
not
a
evil, but so then why did
She wasn't an ally,
So
a
she
true
couldn't
ally, I guess.
she couldn't leave loose ends. She said, right? That's
Yeah.
why the protagonist killed her. Okay.
Yeah.
Right.
Remember, no, the way they have that set up is same how the film finished. No one on the field can leave alive knowing all this, in a sense.
Because you know
At the
Because
end, right? Yeah.
because again, Priya knowing what happened to Seder in the end, Priya understanding what happened with the protagonist and all that, she can go about her own way to try to stop things from happening.
So she knew how things were gonna play out.
Exactly.
Neil knew how things were gonna play out.
Yeah.
He was the only one really that didn't
Remember
know how
what he
things were
said
gonna
at the
play out.
end? That was awesome. He said, "This is the end of a beautiful friendship, but the
This is the
beginning of something great."
So
for
how
you."
does that work? Can someone begin to explain that? To me?
You want to get into that? All right. So
Let's get it. What
All
do you
right.
mean? We're like we're getting deep in there.
all right.
Yeah, we should got like a whiteboard for this. Like,
Yeah,
I
like,
kinda wish
whiteboard,
I
like,
had-
just like drawing
But
shit.
all I have is this right now.
That works.
All right. So there's a video on YouTube that I watched that was really awesome that explained this
YouTube?
perfect.
Was it emergency awesome?
That's a Charlie. Let's go.
It's been a minute. It's been a minute.
Gotta love Charlie.
All right, so damn, I wish I could color code this, but let's say the one on the right is blue, the one on the left is red.
Okay.
Everything that was on the blue side in the film is everything inverted. That's
Okay.
when you become inverted.
Blue inverted.
That's why before Neil and the protagonist walked into the room, you saw that they were color coded each side.
One was blue, one was red. Yeah.
And that the one that the protagonist walked into was the blue side, and Neil walked into the red side.
Okay.
So you are inverted doing that, but time this is not a film also about time travel. It's time inversion.
Right.
It's not the same
It
thing.
didn't feel like a time travel
Exactly.
film
Not
at
at
all.
all.
Well,
Not at all.
simply
'Cause it's
because to
not.
go back a week, you got to live a week in an inverted
Exactly.
world and then revert,
Yeah.
and then you do it again.
Fire.
And also,
Fire.
it also doesn't change the way you age. You will still age in real time. It's just you will just be traveling backwards. That's the only thing. It will be really annoying, but you will
that's cool.
still age the same way. Because remember, inversion is a closed loop. So what Neil does in the film,
Oh, shit. Where's... Shit, can you get my book back?
so what Neil does in the film, I guess we're hopping all over the place here, but in the fight at the end, Neil reverts himself. Remember,
Right,
he was
because
on
he
the
got
blue
clapped.
side. Exactly.
Because he got clapped.
Exactly. He reverts himself. And also, when you're a good way to understand and know that you're still alive and exist in the inverted world, I'm sorry,
It's to see yourself.
is to see yourself in the proving window. So if you see yourself doing that, that means everything's happening the way it's supposed to happen. Or it's happened already.
Damn.
So that's how you know everything is all right.
Yeah, because when it happened, like Kayla and I were like, no, he sacrificed himself.
Nah.
And then the backpack back
Yep.
on. I was like, me and I were like, yeah,
Wait, no,
let's
but
go.
he did. Neil is dead.
Yeah.
Neil is
He
dead
goes to his dad
at that
at the end.
time. That is the end of his journey for him.
Because he was going to go back to the machine to revert.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Got you.
That's
it's
why
the
he said
start-
To go
yeah.
back to that
It's the s-
spot and then go and take the bullet for.
But it's the
That
start.
shit is beautiful. That's why he said that. And the protagonist started
Oh.
realizing that. So you see him tearing up like, oh shit, like you saved my life a week ago for this.
And you're about to save it again.
Yeah, and that's why he said the whole operation that they're doing is a temporal pincer entire thing, not just the little ones that they do in the
a
movie.
temporal pincer. Yep.
The whole thing is one, and he's only halfway there, but Neil is done.
Yeah.
Neil's part
Wow.
and the protagonist is his like plan ended there. But the protagonist still has to move forward and make sure that these things
Whatever
happen.
happened.
And then when he's done and he makes sure all that happens, then the protagonist can go living forward. It's like when I was explaining you about Cat. Because there's, when you invert and revert, there's two versions of you. And the only time when there's one is when you go back into the machine. And then there's one. Let's say I invert and I live inverted for 2 days. During those 2 days, there's two of us.
Right.
But like one's inverted. And then when I revert, now we're living those 2 days together. Me and
You close the
my
loop.
me and my other body. And then my other body inverts and then I continue.
It's
So
literally
that's the
it's a
only-
loop. You
Yeah.
join
Everything
up.
is full circle.
Ex-
And
Everything
that goes
goes full
back to the proving
Yeah.
window where
Yeah.
like that's how you know you're gonna be okay. Because you saw yourself come back.
But wow. Wow, Nolan.
Me and Brian, you
Yo,
need to
yeah,
understand, we became physicists overnight, dude. We does this, bro.
Y'all are smoking this because I am learning so much from y'all right now.
Yeah,
And I
and-
can't wait. This is making me so excited to watch it the
Dude,
second
it's
time.
great.
When are
It's
you watching
really
it the
dope.
second time? I'll watch it with you. I want to come in here.
Oh!
Bro, this dude's been saying
Yo, what? Actually, I don't
Literally.
I don't really feel comfortable watching it with you now.
Hey, can you, when you
What?
I wanna come.
Yo,
In here.
Stephen A, take us to commercial break. All right, Mark. So what were we talking about? I forgot. Actually,
I don't know. Eunice says some fucking weird
Eunice
shit.
some-
and
hey,
then we
those-
have-
All right, bro. That was not.
yeah.
He wants to sit down and watch Tenet with me.
I didn't say sit down. I said I want to be in this room. I want to sit here and
I
watch.
hope
said you
so.
wanted to come in this room.
No, but
gonna
is
make it my
there-
mission.
Is there anything from the film, Eunice, your second time around? I know you say you can't remember everything exactly, but of the questions that you had.
I mean, no.
What
The second
turned
time
you
around,
off? What happened?
It was very confusing. That's the thing. Like, it was a lot to handle in my first viewing.
Okay.
So it definitely requires me to rewatch it again and like focus. But like I think a lot of it also attested to like how a lot of the dialogue I couldn't hear in theaters.
Okay.
And I heard like there's
which scenes? Do you remember which scenes?
When they were in the mirror, like in that mirror, like with the inverted
So when
mirror.
they were in the proving window.
Yeah.
It's a
and
window.
The window, my bad.
So when Seder had Kat and he was questioning,
Not that scene.
then
The
what?
one in the Freeport.
You talking about in Oslo?
Yeah, that too. The one in the airport too with the there was a lot of scenes that were just very loud.
All right, now do you believe that?
And like no, this was a complaint that I had like, and then I read up on the movie and they were like sound design was a huge like complaint about this movie. I was like, oh.
But they probably just mean sound design in terms of dialogue, not in terms of overall sound.
That's what I mean.
The film
Anytime I would hear it was supposed to be like, okay, you're not supposed to hear this
exactly
dialogue.
at all.
Like, yeah, there's dialogue in the background, but it is supposed to be background.
When Neil is getting the tour of the
When he's casing the place.
when he was casing the place.
By the way,
What?
Bruce Wayne.
Bruce Wayne, straight up. When he was casing the place,
You're not supposed to hear what he was saying.
it doesn't
That's
matter
not what I
because
was referring to.
Oh, then
No.
what were you referring to then?
Like I said, in that window scene.
You know, that's
Dude, watched it twice, bro.
Nah.
No,
I
but
don't consider that second viewing. Like,
All right.
even-
Well, the thing about it is that I watched it. The second time I watched it was when on my rides to and from work. On my AirPods, it sounds fine. I mean, the second time around, just put the subtitles on, I guess.
But wait,
but
is that something that could go from like, okay, maybe it didn't sound good in theaters,
In
but
theaters.
now that it's Blu-ray digital,
Yeah.
like they can
I'm pretty sure that
tweak
makes a huge
or
difference.
maybe that is the case.
Right, because he's the only one that's watched it in theaters.
yeah.
And also, maybe the theater's speakers were trash.
Huh? No, but I literally thought that too. I was like, yo, what the fuck was wrong with like why was it so loud? Why was it like spiking at some points? And then I look it up and then they said like if you look it up right now, you'll see sound design.
Issue with it because sometimes, especially when there's a film that has people with accents and stuff, I just turn on the subtitles. I turn on the subtitles for my girl because sometimes she's like, "Oh, his accent's too thick" or something. Like I can't understand it.
But like I could see where he's coming from because I also like when I was watching it, I knew that was a problem, so I just paid extra attention, and I realized that like sometimes like it is a little overwhelming the music, but like I don't know, to me it wasn't really like
It wasn't a deal breaker for you.
nah, and then like the whole confusing
I
part,
don't think it would be a deal breaker, especially if you watched it at home. I think if I watched it at home, it'll be a better viewing.
Yo, Scott Mendelson wrote, he's a dickhead though. I don't know what Chris Nolan has against dialogue. Like, I mean, like I guess, like I said, I watched it here. Yeah, any louder you want to open that fucking bag.
Damn, that's crazy. Give me some.
This, I think this is the sound mixing that people are referring to, you know?
Yeah.
Like you're opening a bag and the time I'm saying something important.
okay.
Like that's what they're talking about.
let me get some.
Thank you. Brian can't wait to get revenge on me for last time.
But
Yo, but like the confusing part, like to me, it's like I'm okay with like a movie being complicated and me not understanding it the first time. That only makes me want to watch it more. And I like that. Like Batman vs Superman, like I loved having to watch it multiple times to really understand
to deconstruct it.
everything.
I love watching Justice League to see how shit it was.
No.
This guy stinks. Like now, like 4 tonight.
I'm thinking
You jinxed him.
because I loved the movie the first time I saw it around. So, and me rewatching is what made me think it was shit. What if I never rewatched it? Would I still have the same viewing?
But
'cause I never did.
whatever happened has happened. Everything that's happened has happened already.
Yeah.
So earlier, y'all did a fantastic job explaining to me the whole Neil thing, right? So now, with that being said, and we were talking about this in the car earlier or yesterday with the protagonist, right? Shout out to what's his name?
John David Washington.
John David Washington. Shout out Denzel. So he did a great, again, all of them smoked their roles. Even Michael Caine, that was in there for like 5 minutes.
Wait, did you shout out Denzel Washington because his pops?
Yeah.
Shout out Denzel Washington for making a fucking
Shout out to creator.
amazing
Shout out to the
child.
protagonist.
What a guy.
But so we had said, do you guys think that Nolan would do a sequel or he just left it up for interpretation?
Absolutely not. I think he leaves everything open ended on purpose. Dark Knight Rises ended like that.
Right.
Inception, Interstellar. In a sense.
Yeah, but Dark Knight Rises had 2 movies before it. Like,
but it still ended
Interstellar.
open-ended.
Interstellar didn't need a sequel at all.
Did you see the
neither
ending?
Did Batman Begins? Did Batman Begins need a sequel? Did Dark Knight need a sequel? A lot of them end in a way where it's just like, okay, I wonder what happens next.
Well, actually, Batman Begins.
It's like an ellipsis.
Batman Begins
It's
did need
never
a
like-
sequel.
But it ended on a cliffhanger.
Because
but
of the Joker card. Dude,
Yeah.
imagine being like, no, I'm not doing the second one. And people were just like,
at
what
first,
are you talking about?
At first, Nolan did not want to do a second film. He
Okay.
just wanted to
at
do
first,
that.
he doesn't want to do it for Tenet, but he is. Well,
You think he's gonna do a sequel for Tenet?
Have you
He
seen
has to.
Interstellar? With the ending, how he was on the
He was
ship?
on the ship and on the way.
Bro, that's easily.
Oh, Stormtrooper voice for
what was
me
he
again.
at?
Mark
Spoiler.
has not seen Interstellar, gentlemen.
oh,
At least he has no idea.
I
what
watched
we're
it
talking
like
about.
3 times. I don't think that
I-
would be a sequel.
I don't think he's gonna make a sequel to this.
I
Yeah,
don't think so.
I don't see
I
it
could
either.
see him not doing
And especially
it.
now
and I
that
get
he's
it.
beefing with Warner Brothers. He's like, I ain't
Yeah,
doing it. I ain't doing
he's
it.
in a
I ain't
sense.
doing it.
All right,
he's in
but
a
if he
sense
does
of-
do a sequel, like, do you think it's a mistake? Like, I would fucking. I would think that's a
I would-
great.
No, I would say do what Watchmen did. Just
Yeah, one off and that's
one
it.
off.
But
Like
that-
you
But
kill
he's
this.
proven that he does that he's like that. He
Right,
does
that is true. He only really did it
I just
for the
want
Dark Knight
more.
trilogy.
I just want more.
Yeah,
Watch
he's
it
never made a
again.
trilogy on other than The Dark Knight.
Watch it
I
inverted.
want more.
Watch it.
If you watch it inverted, like some scenes
Let me
might
look
make
that up.
sense.
Yeah.
Tenet
Yo,
inverted version.
imagine?
Yeah.
Nah.
That is a video on YouTube.
Really?
Yeah,
What?
like they inverted some scenes in Tenet. Like they played it back the way it's supposed to look.
That's what the Ultimate Edition called.
Tenet
So
inverted.
here's the thing about this, right? It's like people
got
have
that.
like their mixed reviews with this movie. At the end of the day, like it's still talked. It's like especially now that the
It's a conversation
Blu-ray,
piece,
it
man.
is because we all want to know what Nolan intended. Yeah, there's those folks that are like, oh, I watched it, didn't understand it, really don't care to, never watching it again, right? There's always those people. But
Me with
there's
Wonder
those that are like, okay, like it was good, maybe I'll give it another try another time.
Yeah.
And then there's those like us that are like, well, some of us.
Nah,
Yeah.
he wants to watch it.
Nah, I'm joking. That are like, yo, like I really want to get down to this because again, like we mentioned earlier, Nolan does things for a reason.
Yeah.
So it's like we want to find out every little answer.
Yeah. And there's
to this.
intention behind everything.
It's what 2.5 hours, right?
It's a 2.5-hour film, but it doesn't feel like it drags at all because every
Not
time
at all.
Because every time you're watching a certain point of it, you're like, oh shit, what is happening? Is something
Right.
like you have the scenes.
Yeah, you either have dope action scenes where you need to be paying attention to regardless because there's certain things going on there.
And Nolan isn't big on action, so whenever he does it, it's purposeful. It has some part. It drives the story forward in a way that maybe it wouldn't have made
With
sense
dialogue.
With dialogue, yeah.
But then again, he does both where you need to watch the action scenes because okay, there's important things going on there that if you miss, you're gonna miss out on the surprise or whatever. And the same thing with dialogue. Like his dialogue isn't just dialogue to be there, and not to shit on Wonder Woman again, but that's the difference for me. It's like their dialogue sometimes wasn't. No, it's not to shit on it. It's just a comparison.
It wasn't purposeful. Yeah.
Right. Some of it wasn't purposeful, but with Nolan, all the conversations are purposeful.
Dude, even in the you know what I noticed about his dialogue, and even in Inception, the way the film starts out, you're just like, what the fuck is going on?
Yeah.
But again, he has that style of jigsaw piece dialogue where he says these words, these phrases. He says there are these common phrases that are said throughout the film. Everything that's happened has happened. It's said by more than one person throughout the film. You know what I mean? And there's little hints and the way he edits and stuff. It just makes more sense.
Ooh,
The
fake
second time
deep.
around, like, I'm just saying,
No,
this is really
I
enjoyable.
really like the
old
term
man.
jigsaw dialogue because everything is literally a puzzle in that movie.
Yeah, because you start to, especially, it feels even better when you're understanding what's going on. Because my second time around, I go, oh shit, because something I guess that can get jumbled up in your head real quick is when they start talking about the algorithm. The algorithm. Yo, what the fuck is the algorithm? All this
yeah,
shit.
can you explain that a little
I want
bit
to
to
get
me?
into that because like what I don't get is like, all right, so they have machines that can invert people, and the future gifted that to
Seder.
Seder.
Yeah.
But also there are people in the future, which I only understood the second time, who gave it to the
Priya.
to the good side.
Yeah.
Right. So like, you know, because like
Jedi
you know
and
when
Sith.
when they were getting ready to do that final battle, they had multiple turnstiles. You know.
Mm-hmm.
So I was like, yeah, I was like, how the fuck they get that? But then
That's Tenet.
right, that's Tenet.
That's
They,
Tenet.
You know, there's people in the future who, you know, they don't all believe that destroying the past
Yeah.
will save us. Like
Mhm.
they want to preserve the past.
Exactly.
Right. What I kind of I'm confused about with the algorithm is it's the physical. It's an algorithm put into a physical form, right? There's 9 pieces, and somehow activating it will destroy the past. But how? It just inverts everything at once. So it inverts all like
I think
like as a whole instead of just whatever went through the turnstile. It does everything, right? But how come they sent it to the past for it to be buried 200 years ago instead of them just activating it in the future?
You're I think you're intertwining the plot of what Seder was trying to do. So the thing is that the bad guys or the scientists that think that they're doing the right thing are sending it to Seder. That's how they're communicating with him with those drop points.
Yes, I
from
know.
the future.
They're like instantaneous.
Exactly.
He buries it and then he digs it. And, yeah.
The thing is that what he's doing is separate from what the good guys are doing. The good guys are simply trying to make this whole thing fail so the future can thrive. Because remember what Ives says, the Quicksilver, he's in the film. He tells
Taylor Johnson,
yeah,
shout out to him.
He tells them, he said, the goal is to fail.
No, but to make it look like they won.
Yeah, to make
I
it
get
look-
that.
yeah, yeah.
I'm not questioning the good side at all. I know
Yeah.
what they try to do, but why are the people that are trying to help Seder? Why did they send this physical form back? Like, why does he have to bury it?
Okay, look, I know what you're talking about. There's this guy that asked a question on Reddit. He said, would the machine just be reversing time itself or everyone on Earth vanishing all at once? And then somebody answered saying, people in the future want to destroy time or entropy or whatever, not sure, but they don't know how to do it. They don't have the materials to do it. Someone figures out how by using inversion. They send the info back to Seder. He collects the pieces and buries them by creating a large explosion. This also serves as a marker to the future as to where the algorithm is buried.
Buried.
No, I get that. So then they know where it is, so they can dig it up.
Yes.
Yeah.
But what happens when they dig it up?
They find
That's the tech they use whatever technology or whatever the hell they figured out in the
But
future.
why did it
no. The
send it
thing
to
is that
Seder
the
to
thing
do
is
it?
that if they use Seder to
They can
trigger
do it-
this, all right, basically if Seder dies,
Yeah.
because he's the one picking these pieces up. If he dies and these pieces don't get picked up, the future is saved in a sense to those people because he doesn't collect the pieces. Because remember, he's trying to collect them to stay rich and to also die. Like remember his goal
dude,
in the end.
you're confusing it. He is doing the future a favor. He is helping them, and in return, he is becoming rich.
Yeah, because they're sending him gold bars and stuff.
Right, and he's in return. He is doing these things for them. He is gathering the 9 pieces.
Of the yeah, you're right. Yeah, he's
So
gathering the
what
9 pieces
I'm
of the
kind of
algorithm.
putting together from what Eunice said is it
Yeah.
sounds like they couldn't do it. Let's say you're living in the future, so
Yeah.
it's present, right? So this is present for us. We're in
Yeah.
the future. We can't gather these 9 pieces and do what we want to do now because for some reason we can't. So the only way to do it is to hide it in 9 different locations, and those locations were in nuclear, like, you know, where they had like bombs.
Nuclear bomb sites, like nuclear where they store nuclear weapons.
Right?
Yeah.
And then they send it and with instructions to how to find the other 8 pieces, or how to find all 9 pieces, to gather it, bury it, so only they know where it is, the people who want this to happen.
Maybe
So then they can pick it up and then do it secret, like, in secret, I guess.
But also
I
maybe
don't-
because remember the whole closing the time loop thing, the whole grandfather paradox thing. Maybe they want to stop it from happening as well, because you don't know what each side's agenda is exactly. It's not very clear what the other side is, like the scientists with Priya and stuff. It's not clear what they're trying to do exactly, but we just know that she works for Tenet in a way.
Well, they're trying to not have the future They don't want them to have the whole piece.
Yeah,
That's what they want.
got you.
This is so like.
It's a big what the fuck.
It
Yeah.
is. Yeah, it's a pretty deep plot, but
My simple question is why
Why
does
what?
that have to happen in the past? Why does Seder have to gather the pieces for the future? if
So-
the
okay,
future
because
already has
remember
the
he
pieces?
found it.
Someone-
he found it.
someone-
No, I know
asked-
he found it, but why? Why did they send it,
It was
to
just
the past?
again. Is it whatever? Everything that's happened has happened.
No, dude, you're trying to give like a simple answer to a very complicated question.
Somebody
Why-
check this question. I think this question is this similar to yours. He said, "But wouldn't blowing up their own past mean the future is effectively committing suicide?"
It's a grandfather paradox.
No, that
Your question is why did they have to blow it up, or why did they have to scatter around?
why did they? So they made the algorithm in the future, right?
Yes.
We made this in the future.
Mhm.
Why can't we just gather the pieces now and do what we want to do? Why do we have to send it to the past and bury it in the past and then just dig it up in the future? But we already made it in the future. Why are they doing this?
Yeah,
That wasn't explained at all.
Oh.
Answer in the comments.
genuinely don't
What?
have like an
No.
answer.
Wait,
for
what
that.
about like the person who made it, right? The scientist.
Mm-hmm.
Didn't they say that she regretted it
Mhm.
and then killed herself
Yep.
after hiding all of the pieces, right? So maybe since she was the only one who knew, they had to go back and maybe like
That's why they're getting the
Maybe
pieces
get,
back
like-
because they don't know how to do it because the scientist killed herself.
I think what happened is like when she was talking about the Manhattan Project,
right.
Yeah,
there was like
Oppenheimer.
there was a little bit like of a like we don't know what would happen, right?
Yeah.
But they did it anyway.
Mhm.
I think what happened with this scientist,
Mhm.
what they keep saying she, by the way, Easter egg. It kind
It's
of
probably
sounds
that
like
girl
it's the
that's
girl,
been studying it.
the girl that's been studying it, where he meets her with the bullets.
Yeah,
There's a theory
Yeah.
that it's her. She's the
because
one
she's
who
the
made
one
it.
studying all of it.
Yeah,
And the teacher, the girl with the office and the inverted bullet thing.
yeah.
Wow.
She's the scientist. But anyway,
Mm-hmm.
I guess instead of going along with it, she kind of maybe she scattered the pieces.
Mm-hmm.
But how do the bad people know where to find them?
Maybe they found one and then they were like, okay, we'll send, you know
Yeah.
what I mean? Send
I guess that's
instructions
what
or-
I was trying to say before. I
Yeah.
think that's what's happening is like they couldn't put it together in the future because like she killed herself, she hid it. So the
Yeah.
only way to find it, because they ran out of time in the future,
Yep.
is to. But they did find the pieces.
Because if they had to find it in order to scatter it.
Yeah.
No.
Because remember, she buried it.
before she killed
She
herself.
scattered it.
She inverted it
Yep.
and buried it.
Yep.
So that it goes backwards as far as possible.
Yep.
So what Tenet is trying to do is to keep making it go backward.
Exactly. It's again, it's a loop.
Yeah.
That's what I'm
Okay,
telling
so
you.
I get it.
They're trying to
I'm
they're
telling
trying
you,
to
bro.
reverse time permanently.
Exactly.
With, like all of time itself, not just objects, but everything.
In a sense, the protagonist
Which
in a
would
sense
kill everybody.
save the world by making time a continuous cycle.
Like I said.
So that
So-
shit is just keeping going back through time.
Yeah. In a sense.
Yeah,
It's
so
gonna
like-
keep happening.
so
These
basically-
temporal pincers have to happen. So the temporal pincers happen when something goes wrong.
Nah,
Really?
that's a technique. No.
Is it technique?
Temporal
it's
pincer
a
is
way
like,
to.
It's
like a
someone
strategy.
inverts. Someone watches the event on the sideline from start to finish. When the event finishes, they invert and then see it backwards. But since they know what happened, they go backwards and then they go through it again. Like there's a team from the end and then there's a team at the start.
The blue and the red. By
Yeah,
the way.
and then they go through it together from start to finish or from finish to start. So they're ahead of you.
Yeah. So
They're
one
one
team is
step
supposed
ahead.
to fail and one team is supposed to get it done.
No, it's
No?
like because they're both doing it. There's no
Oh, there's no real.
yeah.
Yeah,
it's
there's
weird.
no
So
real
that's
whatever's
what the
Happen-
highway
whatever
scene.
happens.
The highway scene is so complicated.
That shit is fucking
With the car, right?
complicated as
so
fuck.
complicated.
But again,
Suitcase
it's
and everything.
again. Remember, it's the closed circle loop. So in a
Whatever's
sense,
happened,
exactly
happened.
everything that's happened has happened already.
and he understood that when he realized that he gave him by going back in time, by inverting, he gave him the
algorithm.
the 241, which is really just another
Can I
plutonium.
give you
Yeah.
a scenario then? Like what if you know, in the scenario of Neil, right?
Yeah.
Like he saw himself die, essentially, right? That's how we're interpreting that.
He gets shot in the face.
Yeah.
So, but he saw that, so he knows it's gonna happen.
Yeah, but remember, because when he saw himself, when he was going to, because remember there was another turnstile down there.
Yeah.
So when he went, when he was going down there, he saw himself coming out. He's like,
Right.
okay, so I'm gonna be good if I do this.
So, but like, what if one of the let's say Neil, for example, like he saw himself die. There isn't a situation where he can just be like, oh no, fuck that. I don't really want to
it's
die.
already
So-
happened.
Right. That's
So
what I was gonna
anything
say. Like,
he
there's
does-
nothing that he could
Yeah,
do that
anything
could
he
avoid
did.
that.
Exactly.
That's
Because
crazy.
you're always gonna reach that point.
You can't escape time.
Yeah, because I remember the video on YouTube said, let's say you woke up late for a flight, you invert a day back, wake up on time to then make the flight. You're still waking up. Like that stuff is still happening and stuff. It's just you can't really travel. It's not like
So
Back
like,
to the Future and
it's,
shit.
Right. It's
and
not, it's not,
Avengers,
a,
like,
it's
you
not
can't
in a
do
sense
that.
where instead of going left, he went right.
Yeah,
like,
you
that's
can't
not
do
what
that.
You know
happened.
why? Because if you invert to make the flight, the person that would make the flight is your inverted self, and then your self that
Grandfather
was,
paradox.
was there will still miss the
Was
flight.
late.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So like, but then yourself will be like, fuck it, I'll just invert myself, and then invert and then do it again.
Exactly. It'll
So
be
you
a
still
closed
make
loop.
the flight,
yeah.
but like it's not the person. You didn't like go back and reverse it. You just it's so weird.
You just tried again.
so like
Kind of like how we're doing 2020.
can we just like can we just like find out like I want in conclusion with like the algorithm thing. So let's
What's
say
up?
there's 9 chocolates, right?
Okay.
In order to end the world, I found out that if you put these 9 chocolates together,
Okay.
make a big circle and eat it, boom, right?
Yeah.
So I was like, fuck it, I don't want anyone to do that. I'm going to invert all of them at different sites. And then,
And remember, they put
Kill
instructions.
myself.
They put instructions though,
no, she didn't. She just inverted it.
Oh,
because they found one of them and they put instructions in that one because that's the one that
Probably.
Sater found. That's why they put the gold bars in there to
that's-
give them incentive. Like,
Incentive.
yo, you do this for us, we're gonna keep sending you money.
Yeah. So that so
Smoking.
then he gathers
Y'all are
all. So then
smoking.
like he gathers all 9 chocolates, right? All 9 pieces of the algorithm for the future, and then buries it in an unknown location that the scientists wouldn't know about. So that even though she did all that, it wouldn't matter because it would be in that capsule that was buried. And then 200 years pass, and they dig up, they find it in a capsule, eat all the chocolates, the world ends. No. It won't be there. All they're going to find is a skeleton because that guy fell in the capsule, right?
Exactly.
But they thought that it happened, so they gave up. So because they knew that the explosion happened,
like fuck.
they're like,
That was
oh,
their
it's
one
there.
shot.
We just got to wait. You know, like,
Yeah.
oh, it happened like it happened.
Yeah.
They go, and then boom, it's not there. Fuck, what are we going to do now? They're going to try to it just...
That's crazy. So there's no way you can escape time. There's no way you can change the past
Dude,
or
the
quote unquote
thing
past.
about time, I guess we could get real deep here, is that, bro.
Yeah.
When it's your time, it's your time.
We feel that a lot of things are predestined or things happen randomly, but sometimes it's just not coincidence. Because remember, there are certain parts of the film where Neil all right, something that I really want to highlight. When he meets Neil for the first time in Mumbai, he goes,
He knows his drink.
yeah, he knows his drink. He goes, oh,
Diet Coke.
yeah, Diet Coke. I don't drink soda. I know. Like stuff, and he's just like, and then the protagonist looks at him like, "What the fuck? How you know me like that?"
Yeah.
and stuff.
And he's like, I would have
Yeah.
preferred club soda. He's like, no, you wouldn't. Yeah.
Yo, Neil was like,
dude, and then
Robert
when the whole bungee jump scene, he's like, "Oh, maybe we can't bungee.
Bungee jump in
we
instead of
can't,
out.
yeah, we can't bungee jump in, but we could literally reverse, like
Right.
reverse bungee jumping."
that shit was
Yeah.
smooth too.
Come
like
on.
again, back to your point, where like any of those scenes, those action scenes with inverting and reverting, like the fight scenes, or like jumping from areas or buildings exploding and then like not
That
exploding.
was the that was
That
It's-
was
right.
fucking
It's like, I'm just
sick,
like,
dude.
this is dope. Like the
Yeah.
action was dope. The dialogue that sounded great. Wherever I watched it, I'm sorry that you didn't have that experience.
Listen,
in the
we
theater.
live in a
that
Twilight
person
world,
got
bro.
We live in a
swallowed by
Twilight
a
world.
wall. Remember that?
Yeah, and I was like, oh my god.
Oh yeah,
What
yeah,
happened?
yeah.
What you said?
When he
Swallowed by a wall.
told her, when he was telling her to move, he's like, "Move, get out, get away!" Oh, I don't know what it is. And then
Yeah.
whoop,
The wall was like, "You're
And
staying here."
even the protagonist, he got tripped up by rubble there. He got flipped, dude. He was just like, "Whoa."
Yeah.
That shit was crazy.
Yeah, but like he kind of picked up on it like
Yeah,
kind of quick.
Yo, did y'all notice the score when they show the inverted part?
was
It's
like,
the score backwards.
Oh yeah.
It's like, and then when it's like normal, it's like.
Yeah, that's dude. It's
crazy.
So much attention.
That's when
to
you
detail.
know. Like I was like, thank you. Like you're helping me. Like,
No,
I know
but
when it's-
again, because I've heard someone
That's why
say
it's so
before,
important in a film.
They say that we see with our ears because you hear something happening, and you're just like, okay. I guess it's easier to visualize and put something together especially when you can hear it.
Right.
Because, dude, even on top of the scene where on the highway where we start to notice that it was the fucking protagonist that flipped the Saab that crashed and then had hypothermia. Yo, that whole sequence was sick.
Yeah.
That
It was
entire sequence.
insane.
And he was in what? That was like an M4 that he was driving? M6?
It was a 5 Series. It wasn't an M.
Oh, okay.
It was smooth
He
as
said
hell,
he was like,
regardless.
"We need a car that's fast but doesn't look fast." And then I saw him in the Beamer. I was like, "Yeah."
Let's simplify things a little bit. Let's talk about just the chemistry overall.
Oh,
like,
dude,
JDW and Robert Pattinson just
Pattinson, bro.
like it was like a little of a buddy cop vibe.
Literally, you felt again, but again, that's something that was so strange to me. The familiarity that he had with him, everything that he was, especially even the way that he was talking to him, and even the conversation that they had after the whole Oslo scene where where he fought the inverted guy. He goes, "Well, I'm still alive, which means that I'm like we're good,
right?
Because you haven't killed me yet." and then the protagonist goes, "What do you know about entropy?" And then Neil goes, I have a degree in physics.
Right, just like,
you know.
Throwing
It's
that
like,
out
my
there.
God,
Throwing that out
he
there.
taught you all this, bro. Like, it was just so dope because it's the film almost rewards you for understanding.
Yeah.
Oh, 100%. I love that feeling. That's why I like complicated films because it's like you just invested.
Dude, all right, the opening scene. The first time seeing John David Washington.
Oh, by the way, it was the scene that played in theaters.
Yeah.
Like that was like their like first trailer.
So
like
imagine
seeing
seeing that.
And Birds of Prey.
And
Birds of
that
Prey.
was going to be the first scene of the movie, I would have been like, what? I was like, that's the first scene.
Yeah.
You know, like it was so good, man. Like the whole, like I loved how it, and each heist also vibe because it was like, each job, it was like a new level, like a new layer.
Imagine this was a
like,
video
first
game.
one, you're at the concert, then you're at Mumbai, then you're at the port, then you're over at it's crazy. I loved it. It was awesome.
This seriously, no, like imagining it, this could have been a sick like video game.
All right, how would you? All right, we're not gonna get into how you would do level design.
Imagine not even just levels, like just like missions, like the heist that they were on.
I think this is too complicated a program.
Yeah.
No, yeah, obviously, it's way better as a
that's
movie.
happened has happened. So
yeah,
there's a closed loop.
Dude, that like thinking about that, we were talking about that yesterday.
What?
Just like how time and we're gonna get like real like meta here because
Zen.
Like our thing, our timeline.
Yeah.
How do you perceive our real world like time? Do you think it's past, present, and future, or like how do you guys see it?
I don't think so, because if that were the case, there's no way we have not invented time travel in the future because of how like I don't know how our technology evolves. I feel like in some future we create time travel.
Okay.
And if we were to be able to travel to a future or to a past, obviously if we're in the quote unquote past, we would be able to see somebody from the future. So I don't think it's just past, present.
Well, remember that time travel is.
That was,
go ahead,
sorry,
Mark.
go ahead.
What's up?
Oh, okay, I'll go.
He's ready to cook.
Yeah.
So basically, no, I'm basically agreeing with the fact that it's not past, present, future.
Right, but I'm saying if there was time travel, they wouldn't just be going out and like in the open, hey,
I'm from
we're
the
from
future.
Like, no, they're gonna
Like
go
study.
behind the scenes, and we're not even gonna know that it's happening.
Yeah, it's not aliens that are, Pentagon's talking about. It's just us
Yeah.
from the future.
That would be
Joe
crazy.
Rogan.
That would be absolutely
But
crazy.
we talked about that, and this kind of could lead us to our breakdown of 2020.
Well, yeah, but
Wait, before that,
what's up? I was gonna answer his time travel question.
I'll go ahead and do that first.
Well, no, I was still going to talk about
Oh
it.
yeah, but entropy. Wait, hold on. Let me make sure.
Yeah, I'm good here. So entropy. Oh yeah. But the thing is that about time travel is that the theory is that if you go backwards fast enough, you may be able to go back in time.
Mm-hmm.
But the problem is that the fastest you have to go is not humanly possible, because listen, Barry,
Oh my god.
that doesn't make any sense. You would literally your insides would turn to liquid.
I know. It's why I love fictional characters.
Well, fictional
Well, it's not that
characters.
time travel is fiction. It's just we would need to create some sort
Right,
of
'cause
technology
that's
to
the
keep
thing,
everything
like-
intact, to keep literally our physical,
Yeah, because
our
All right,
metabolic
wait.
entropy.
No,
and shit.
I
You know
want to say
about
something about that. I want to say
UFO
something about
footage?
that.
Which one?
The
Go.
fucking the TikTok,
What are you
the
talking
Tic Tac, the UFO footage that the Pentagon released.
Okay, yes. The blue thing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No. Before that.
Oh,
This was like years ago.
damn.
But they confirmed it like last year. So the guy, the pilot, he went on Joe Rogan and he was explaining how there was no, when you're looking at something through the, what is it called when you see like heat vision?
Infrared.
Yeah,
Infrared?
infrared. You didn't
Infrared.
see a heat signal or anything behind him indicating like that the object was being propelled. Like if you see a jet, you'll see the fire behind him, right? There was nothing on this, this UFO.
It's
it's
almost like
called.
it was floating.
So it was like
It was
moving
thermal.
at speeds that did not make sense. Like it went from like, let's say 10 foot above the water to like 10,000 feet in like a couple seconds. And it just disappeared from the radar. And there was no like, they couldn't tell how it moved.
There was no way to track it.
So there's theory that it's like either like they're manipulating time or they're manipulating the gravity around them. So they're moving with gravity. Like it's all about
In a
space
sense,
and time. It
Yeah,
has nothing
because
to do with.
Remember in Avengers they said move through time, not that time through move through you.
This guy always has to like, he knows how to reference shit.
But I mean, I'm right. But like Tony was right. It's like, but dude, it's just like there's no way that we are the only human,
Oh,
or
yeah.
the only life form in.
Nah.
Nah, bro.
In
Y'all
the-
need to,
in the
Y'all need to
solar
watch
systems.
Prometheus, bro. That shit.
I
Like
watched that shit 3
there's
times.
zero chance, zero chance.
I don't-
But
I
here's my
don't-
thing, like, because
yeah.
space and time have always been, one,
Mm-hmm.
right? Like they've been one.
Dude,
They've been one. Space and time.
dude.
Tenet.
We live in a twilight world. But you have to do
Friends of
the.
Dusk.
That's what I'm talking about, Mark.
But I'm sorry, I apologize. I'm not as cursed with knowledge. Like I'm saying, I gotta watch it again. I gotta watch it a second time. But nonetheless, like to me, that's why I think time travel, like not time travel, but just the timeline we live in is just not like linear. It's not as simple as past, present, future. I think there's a lot more that goes on it, like that goes into it. Obviously, I don't fucking know the logistics and the
Yeah.
simplifications of it, but I'm sure there's people that are studying it that know everything about it, and they're like, yo, we can crack this, we can do this.
Well, literally, since a particle accelerator exists, so
In Switzerland, yeah.
they're trying something.
Dark matter, everything.
Eunice
It's gonna
is
blow
about
up.
to travel there, just accidentally blow
Eunice,
it up.
I don't know if you've seen
Chemicals.
Stranger Things, but there's no way that this ends well.
He just ends up
Wow.
in the upside down.
Dude, you mean in
like-
Australia?
Oh god. Oh
This guy
The
stinks!
land
no.
down.
Stormtrooper voice.
I
Yeah.
guess.
No, but
One
I
more
like
question.
the.
All right, go.
Yeah, thank you. Fucking
Well, it's
bitch.
about Tenet. Are you going to start talking about Tenet? Or
Go.
did Neil know that he was going to die?
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Directly after he saw, like right after he. Like,
Because remember he. You remember
That the horn that was going when they went into the tunnel and they blew up? He already had inverted because he already died.
Yeah.
So he just inverted again to help them out so they can complete the mission.
You know what's crazy? How does he I wonder how it feels being like inverted back to life.
Yeah.
Like
Because
fucking.
he was on the ground, and the only reason why he saved them is because he came up like from the dead and killed them.
Yep.
It's like, what? I wonder what that feels like.
Yeah, and then he's like, oh god, I gotta revert back to being dead.
Yeah, like that's some crazy shit.
Yeah,
It
it's
is,
nuts.
man.
But
But
what,
it was
what's
truly-
dope was the beginning scene at the opera house where he's the one that saved
Dude, that is
the protagonist.
sick. That is absolutely
Yo,
sick.
how long do you think he's been inverted? Like
For at least 30 years.
that's crazy.
Who, Neil?
Yeah. It's safe to say for at least 30 years he's been inverted.
Not 30.
He doesn't look 30 to you?
No,
He
dude,
can't-
that doesn't just because. No.
Yeah, he hasn't been inverted for 30 years.
But that
But it's probably like
you can be inverted for 30 years. There's nothing.
yeah, but no, but essentially he always has to go back
Exactly.
because we don't know how far he's ever
If
been
he
back.
is indeed the kid,
Mm-hmm.
for him to go back to seeing himself as a kid and his mom at that age,
Yeah.
Oh my god, that is so true.
that's what I'm trying to get at. Like, it's not 30 years. I think like when he was a kid, let's say he's what, like 8,
Yeah,
right?
okay. So
and then
20,
let's say when he,
So he's like, okay, so then
and let's say he's
subtract
like,
8.
like let's say he's like maybe like he's 25, 27 when he's like doing these missions. Like he could be in his mid 20s.
Okay, that's fine.
So
Yeah.
then he was inverted for that long. Like that's like 20 years.
It's been a
Like,
long time.
Yeah.
like
It's
what?
been a long time.
Now
Shoulda
that
left
I'm
you
thinking,
without
maybe it would be
beat
dope
steps.
because it was the end of his.
That's why I'm saying
It's
we
the
need a
end of
sequel
his,
because
like to show more of them and the
Or
missions
not even
that
a
they went
sequel,
on.
just a movie within that universe. What other character you think it would like? Would it be a prequel? Would it be a sequel?
Well, maybe the
Like, what-
organization of Tenet, maybe from the perspective of the future.
I
Because
just want a movie to continue that story because it is halfway. It's the story is only halfway there for the protagonist.
Literally,
for Neil,
yeah.
it ended.
Yeah.
For us to for us to see the rest.
So, but then again, like you're saying, we don't know how long he's been inverted for because the protagonist still has to live out this whole thing and then still come back.
Yep.
But
So
they
does
can
does
nail that
mean-
in a 2.5 hour movie.
Oh, no,
they don't
of
have to
course.
like.
But I'm saying I'm like that's kind of crazy to think about.
Yeah.
Denzel
He's
Washington.
just about to start everything.
Yeah.
Yo, what
And
it-
it's happened
But-
already.
Right.
It's happened already.
It's like
exactly. Okay, and
Everything that's happened.
I don't
has
know
happened.
why. Well, okay, if they do the movie and like he's older and like they get fucking Denzel Washington to play like an older version of John David Washington.
Oh God. What were you gonna say before?
before you said that dumb shit.
What?
Brother, this guy
That wouldn't be crazy?
Huh?
Or would it be too on the?
All right, dude. That's it. You're getting Stormtrooper voice for the next 4 minutes.
Yeah, what were you gonna say?
What were you gonna say before I said that shit about Neil?
We were talking about how like our bodies aren't like how we're not humanly like inhumanely or something. We're not capable of fucking doing that.
Oh.
And
Time
like
travel.
yeah.
He like has himself. He's like, our bodies aren't.
Our bodies aren't capable
Uh-huh.
of like all of that. Nah, that's what I was getting at.
Oh yeah.
Because we were talking about like time travel and everything.
All right.
I mean, Flash
Good-
has
good thing I
like
didn't let him go. 'Cause
yeah. I mean, we were on that topic and then we switched back to Tenet, but it's okay.
No, that's true. But what I was gonna say is, at the end of the day, is it a never-ending loop, basically?
Tenet?
Yeah.
It ends.
Yeah, because he has to.
So
do,
when he ends up back to starting it, like, and Neil dying, he's gonna go on his journey, and then it just come full
and
circle.
he needs to like then make those things happen by
Yep.
and then
pulling
we
a
come
Neil,
back here,
basically.
and then it happens all over
Exactly.
again.
Yeah.
Fuck.
Wow, and then he'll never know,
Everything that's happened.
and he'll never know he's in a loop.
That's it.
I mean, I
He'll
guess he
only
does.
know
When-
his
when he
final
finds out.
plan when he reaches the end of that whole temporal
Yeah.
Pincer.
pincer.
Temporal
Pincer.
pincer.
Then
That's
he'll
insane.
know, like, because right now Neil knows,
Right.
kind of. He knows most of it.
Mhm.
He knows way more than him.
Yeah.
Right.
He'll only know the whole plan that this whole temporal pincer until it's the end. Because
Yeah.
right now he's clueless and being ignorant, like the ignorance, is that what they
Again,
call it?
ignorance is our best weapon
Yeah.
in our profession.
And you guys notice a common theme in Nolan movies is time.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's
Clocks.
obsessed with time.
Yeah.
He's obsessed with time.
He-
Ever since Memento, Memento is in
I
a
was talking
sense.
about that off air. I have to watch.
Memento
like 3 movies I have to watch.
Wasn't that like in reverse or like about some amnesia or something like that?
Yeah, it deals with a guy who has short-term memory loss who is trying to figure out who killed his wife.
Okay.
But that's all I'm gonna say.
Okay, yeah.
Sounds fantastic.
Yeah.
Sounds like he's gonna have a hard time.
Yeah, but the again, Nolan uses not time inversion or anything, but he uses color. So everything that's in black and white takes place in the past. Everything that's in color takes place in the
but
present.
again, it's little things like that. Like even though Nolan is talking about things that we personally haven't experienced, obviously. Like at the end of the day, it's still like the roots of the movie are still very much things that we can relate to in a sense. Like again, what Neil has said, something so simple like what's happened, like has happened, right? It's like that's the shit for us. That's how we live every day.
Yeah.
What's happened.
Yeah.
And like, but for him to do that, like this whole crazy ass movie where you're like, oh shit, at the end of the day, guess what? This shit, it's inevitable. It's inevitable. Like me gonna cross right now, I'm about to get clapped. Like that's gonna happen.
Yeah.
I'm just like, what the fuck?
That's what made that again, watching it the second time around, because the first time around we're kind of again ignorant to that relationship that they have, but we're also ignorant to the information that they just shared there because we're just like, all right, what's going on?
Right.
Watching it the second time around, I'm like, damn, like
You can appreciate a scene like that more, right?
This is fire.
I didn't just like watch it. I don't know about you guys, but I didn't just watch it the second time. Like I looked up
Analyzed it.
multiple videos about it after the first time, right after, and then I watched it a second time a week later, and then watched way more videos.
Nah, I remember watching it Saturday night, Sunday, the very next day. Run it back, run it back. I didn't start watching videos until just yesterday.
Oh, really?
Yeah, literally. I told you we became physicists overnight.
I liked watching videos before the second time.
So then you inverted.
Oh my God.
Get the mask. So yeah, I mean, regardless, on Rotten Tomatoes, it's sitting at a 70%.
That's good.
They're ridiculous.
It is fresh. Unfortunately, it did not do numbers at the box office.
It's
for
like at 300 and something million.
pandemic reasons.
Yo, that was literally like the most hyped up movie of the summer. That sucks, bro. I remember.
Do y'all think it would have hit $1 billion?
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
I think so. Nolan averages.
If it didn't, then it would
I mean, averages a triple double every single fucking time.
I think the very least it would have done would have been like 800.
Yeah.
I would say 700 to 800. It definitely would have made them a profit because it's like
and you know, even
star-studded.
And especially when you deal with something
Nolan.
with a spectacle, because this was shot with IMAX cameras. All the IMAX sequences were absolutely insane. So he's gonna do what he does with this. Because remember Dunkirk, dude?
No.
I never gave a shit about World War One.
I didn't.
But that
like
was
movie.
intense. You didn't like it?
No.
I liked how it was again dealt with time. Whatever.
To me, like there was, I feel like there was no. I don't know. I don't want to get into it.
It was also his shortest script and his shortest film.
Well, because there wasn't much dialogue.
Yeah, there was probably like 80 pages, if that.
Like they're like to the audience, hey, do you just want to like have fun?
Yeah, we just want to give you anxiety for an hour and 40 seconds.
How long was the movie?
Like an hour and 47.
That is
something like that.
short
That's
for Nolan.
Stupid short for Nolan's film.
Nolan's just like, here you go.
His longest film is Dark Knight Rises.
But that wasn't even 3 hours, right?
It was 2 hours and 40 something minutes.
Damn.
Of pure mayhem.
He needs to get on.
That was about time too.
Zachary Edwards level. 3.5 hour cuts. Isn't that what Watchmen is? 3.5 hours?
Yeah, the
3 and
ultimate
40.
cut. 3 and 40 something. That's
insane.
crazy, dude.
But nah, shout out to Christopher Edward Nolan. Shout out to the cast, the crew. I personally
Fantastic,
can't wait
dude.
to watch it again.
Shit is
I was
fucking
I knew I liked it because even with the mixed like things, like I finished watching that, I was like, that shit was hot. I need to watch it again. I was like, I loved everything about it. Loved everything about
Dude,
it.
this was shot. Let's see.
So, Junior, are we like agreed upon? We can come in here and like watch it.
There's a mile of
just as
film.
long as you know, you just
You can sit over there. I'll sit.
This shit is a mile long.
keep your hands to
in your
yourself.
pants.
Yeah, this shit was 2 hours and 30 minutes, and it grossed $57.9 million at the U.S. box office.
Damn, bro.
The
Wonder
US
Woman
box
hit that shit in a week. That's crazy.
Yeah, this
But-
is
No,
They
but
probably opened up in more theaters too. Though.
Because the thing about Nolan that I realized too is just, all right, so he likes to get in and get out in a sense when it comes to a genre. For example, when Memento was like this cool drama that he did, he hasn't really done something similar to Memento, but with Batman and stuff, he did the comic book thing, 3 movies, I'm out.
Right.
He did a space movie, I'm out. He did a war movie, I'm out. He did a heist film in Inception in a sense. He's done with that.
So he's just going through the.
Yeah,
Do you think?
Is he gonna ever do a comedy?
I feel like he could. I feel like Nolan is talented enough to pull out a comedy. I feel like he's talented enough to pull out a horror film.
Ooh,
like a genuine good horror film.
Dude, horror would be like a dope like next genre
for him.
Nolan, yeah.
I think that would be pretty.
Like,
dope.
cause he would make it hard, but still fuck with your mind.
Well, that's what it is. He would probably have it dealing with time somehow, because he's obsessed with it. He's obsessed. Literally, Dunkirk.
Nolan cracks time travel because of just the research he does for his
Dunkirk
movies.
is Hans Zimmer's stopwatch, like his physical stopwatch. Throughout the whole film, you hear it.
That's crazy.
The entire film, you hear it. Because time is running. Time is running. Yeah.
Nolan and Zimmer are just like a perfect match.
Star.
Every time, just
right.
Wade and LeBron,
and then Nolan was like, "Oh, baby bro Zach," and then Zimmer's like tossing it up too.
The Eddies, bro.
The Eddies.
That's crazy.
That still is really wild, but
what's
I don't know.
Ludwig?
That's all I'm gonna say about
Ludwig's middle name.
Yeah. Any closing?
If Ludwig, I'm
that what?
If Ludwig's is Edward, it's definitely not. He's
Ludwig
a Swedish
Göransson?
composer. Emil Thomas.
It's with the E though.
It is with the E. Imagine.
But any closing
boys.
Any closing statements on Tenet that you haven't said already?
I'm looking forward to my next rewatch in this room.
All right, fine.
I'm looking forward to my 40th rewatch.
I still pay attention this time.
No, but does your rating change after being cursed with knowledge by me and Brian, physicists?
Slightly, but I don't want to fully change it until I watch it again.
Okay. That's fine. That's
Fair
fair.
enough.
Brian, you are a gentleman.
Fair enough.
Yeah.
Oh, wait.
Yo, I smoked it though. Yo, Mark was over here too, smoking it. Mark was dishing out some good assists.
Mark is just like.
And I was just the innocent bystander, like, oh.
Yeah, he's alright.
No, but like y'all really like enlightened me.
The
like
thing about
a lot of it started to make sense. I was
Yeah.
like, holy shit.
Because in terms of his films, I could probably explain them. Like even in Interstellar, I could probably explain some things from that to an extent.
Here's the
Love
thing
that
though,
movie.
Interstellar was complex, but it was less complex than this.
Oh yeah.
Yeah,
Like,
because
Interstellar, you could pretty like okay, like my first watch, like
it was a
pretty
bit easier to
understandable.
grasp. Yeah.
You know why? Because it's like, it's because the end explains the start, and like it explains. You see him doing the things that you saw during.
There's an
You know what I'm
exposition.
saying?
Yes.
Tenet was
You're not
like.
spoiling anything.
Tenet was like everything at once. Like
Yeah,
there's literally
yeah.
like two people from an inverted and
Yeah.
regular.
Right.
Like,
It was a lot. It was a lot
complicated.
going on. But
dude, I gotta show you guys. Like, I sent you the link. Did you ever watch it?
I watched them.
What, the highway scene?
Bro.
Bro, how fucking I still don't get it.
It's crazy.
What I don't get is how they know that.
I don't know.
How regular people like that know and understand what's going on.
I don't know.
I don't even understand it when it's mapped out to me. Like,
The thing is that when I'm a visual learner, so again, I learned through that chart about inversion and stuff and entropy and shit.
That helped me a lot too.
You show me the chart, I'm going, okay, I get it. That's it. I get it.
And you know it's dope because you always say you're not really good at teaching or explaining things, but you helped me out here today, Ariel. You
yeah,
really
but
did.
it's only because I like this.
yeah, I'm like that too when I like it.
Yeah, if you ask me about something, I like.
It's like the
Yeah.
Pythagorean
Yo, can you
theorem,
explain
I
Wonder
guess.
Woman and how she like got the lasso of truth and propelled the whole entire world into?
I'd rather invert, so I'll say. No, but dude. Mark, watch Interstellar, dude. Please.
Yeah, I have to.
know,
We could do a whole pod on
I'm
that.
gonna dress up as an inverted Brian for Halloween. I'm just gonna wear the mask.
That's fire.